So, 1 month with the DJI Nano. That thing right there. How do I feel about it? In fact, I've been using it a little bit over a month because I got it before launch. Is €400 or $400 more or less worth it? And should you go for the 128GB model or the 64GB model? Well, spoiler alert, get the 128. It's only a little bit more and it will last you a lot longer. How do I feel about the 13.5 stops of dynamic range? I think it's fantastic. In fact, I think this is one of the coolest cameras I've ever used. The DJI Action 2 was no doubt one of my favorite small action cameras ever, and this builds on the success of that little camera. Going through all the leaves, but he's doing a nice job. He's not happy that he's got to crunch up all those leaves, but I will put them here soon. But yeah, go for it, Mamotion. Right, I'm not going to lie to you, but one of my favourite parts of owning a house is actually raking the leaves. I do have a leaf blower, but raking them lets me just kind of, spaz out and just relax. Now it's got a 1/1.3 inch sensor, and it's got a max bit rate of 120 megabits per second. Now, as you can see, I'm in a condition where the sun's behind me. It is like getting close to sunset, but everything looks fantastic. That's what I mean by the 13.5 stops of dynamic range. They're really, really cool. And in fact, we're going to go through the forest because that's probably the one place where I shouldn't be testing an action camera because things get a little bit funky, and it's the best place to test what the quality and the bitrate looks like. So we're going to walk through there and have a little talk. The other day, walking through here, we saw like 6-7 massive wild boars. So it's a little bit freaky around here, but that's cool. Anyway, this is being filmed on 10-bit D-Log, and this is the forest. So this is what everything looks like. It's pretty nice. This is literally a couple of houses away from where I live now, because I now don't live in a centre of town, but I live in the forest, and I'm right here. And the cool thing here is we have the detachable vision dock kind of thing, which is right here. See, it's real time, It looks so cool, and I can see myself. I can see what I'm filming, which I absolutely love about this, and I loved about the Action 2. I think for $400 or €400, whatever it is, it's definitely a great buy. It's 10 meters waterproof, which is really cool. This is IPA, I think 4, so it's splash proof. Don't go crazy with this. But yeah, 10 meters waterproof is really, really funky. I do love that. Now, this does have 128GB memory inside, and it's got a small little USB door right on the side there. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it basically clicks on the bottom of your DJI Nano, using the little kind of clip kind of style that DJI has on all the, the Action 5 and all that stuff. I'm sure there's going to be an Action 6 soon. So yeah, it's a pretty cool, funky way, and it is tiny. It's not tiny like the Insta360 Go 3S or something, but it's a little bit bigger, tiny, a little bit more of a square kind of form factor. But I got to tell you, it is really, really small. You can stick it basically anywhere. And having D-Log and 10-bit in this, it just makes me so happy that such a little camera has got all those features. So having something like this little magnetic mount allows me to get really, really cool shots like this, nice and low, next to the ground, and I can look at it and look at the screen at the same time, so I see what's going on. I can basically really kind of fun FPV kind of style shots, which is really cool, especially in a forest area like this. I did not have this where I was in Moscow, but look at this, and this is really cool. It just looks like a little FPV flying around too. And back to me. So yeah, you know, having this funky little OLED screen just makes life so much easier, and it's really high quality. It's fairly big, and it has all the features on it, so you don't have to go into your phone, change settings. You can basically change everything right on here. So at the moment we are in vertical, and I do like using it like this. It allows me to have this POV, hands-free kind of thing. So I'm kind of walking around, I'm like, you know, doing the robot in the forest. And here's the screen. So you can see, if I put it this way, I can see when I'm filming vertically, which is really, really nice. You can also, by the way, connect wirelessly with DJI Mic Mini, DJI Mic 3, so you can have a really, really nice view and fantastic audio, which is very nice. So yeah, just walking along here, and I could show you stuff, and I can see exactly what I'm filming. Obviously, with this little screen, you don't have to hold it like I am, but I'm just giving you a little bit of an idea of having this kind of POV kind of look as we're walking in that direction. It's pretty cool, you gotta admit. I do enjoy it, and we are walking through the forest. Like I said, this is one of the worst places to test an action camera, and I think DJI and its 360 GoPro hate people testing them in forests, but you gotta admit, a lot of sports happen in forests. So I do like testing them, especially at this time of day, because it's absolutely beautiful. Alright, so that's a bit of my jacket in there, but look at these colors, aren't they stunning? This is 10-bit normal, by the way. And it looks stunning. It really does. Now it connects to the Mimo app, which is really nice, so you can have a much bigger screen if you want to watch it on your phone. Just look at all these colors. I mean, isn't this time of day absolutely incredible? We have Wi-Fi 6, we can connect, like I said, the microphones, and it has all the Osmo Action magnetic mounts, which is great. Like you can see, I have it on here, and I have it on my chest at the moment, which is really, really nice. And I gotta say, you know, such a small, little, tiny camera with all the action accessories really is fun. We can also have ND filters for it. I think they cost about €70, so they're not cheap, but I know Freewell makes some. Look at this, absolutely stunning view. Yeah, this is where we saw the balls. I've basically done a whole circle around the block, if you were to call the forest a block. But if you want to see me again, I basically click it on here. Let's have a look. And I'm back to vlogging, and I can see myself again, which is nice. I'm holding it on the DJI Action selfie stick. And yeah, I really, really like it. Oh, by the way, the things on here, it is pretty simple. It's basically just this, and you use the magnet on your camera to attach it. And in fact, you can use that magnet on anything that's metal. So if I were to walk up to a metal post, obviously, which would be quite hard to find in the forest, but there's like I think that's a metal post over there. We can put it on there. So it's really flexible with where you can put it, how you can attach it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. We'll click onto here. Yes, it will. And there you are. That's me. And I can walk away here. That's right, in the mud, in my white trainers. Now, if I were to have the DJI Mic Mini or the DJI Mic 3 with me, this would obviously be a lot better of a presentation for you. But I do have some low light footage that you guys need to see, in which we have an underground water station that has all the water in it, and it's pretty cool. We call it a catedra, so cathedral, and it's incredible. It's really old. Went down there to check out the low light for you guys a couple of weeks back, and I was pleasantly surprised at the night mode, so you guys got to check that out. Probably shouldn't be doing this, but you got to listen to this echo. It just keeps on going. That is insane. It's like from Lord of the Rings. Wow. So we are now in super night mode, and we are in this cathedral. This is a massive underground, basically, jug of drinking water. This is one of 4 that holds water for all of Łódź, where I live, and it's really, really impressive. Look at that. If you want to see what I look like in super night mode in this crazy underground cathedral that very little people get to see. Sometimes they actually do classical concerts in here with candles, so that's pretty cool. This is what I look like in here, and this is what super night mode looks like on the DJI Nano. I mean, look at this place. Is this not incredible? This is amazing that when I turn on my tap to drink water, because I drink from the tap like a normal person, and we can do in Łódź, we have very, very clean water in Łódź. This is where I get it from. I mean, that's pretty insane. And this is 70 years old, by the way, and the brick looks like it was built just the other day, but apparently this is a special brick that can handle all the pressures. Let's have a look at what these flares look like. Ooh. Not trumpety so much anymore. Whoa. And this right here is the massive pipe that water flows in from. It's pretty big. I can hear it making some funny noises, but yeah, this is the massive pipe water flows in from. Can't see anything in there, but I can definitely hear it. Alright, this place is a mess, and I'm slowly taking this wall down right here, see? Look at that. Bit by bit, it is coming down. There was a wall right here, got rid of it. So now I've got to get rid of this wall right here. It's not a supporting wall because there are 2 metal beams here and here. And we're going to get rid of this fireplace and put a new fireplace in. Oscar, are you going to help me take the wall down?
Yes.
Okay. A few other cool things are that this does have rock steady free, which we're all pretty familiar with, and gyro flow. So if you're one of those crazy psycho FPV pilots and you don't like flying the Avata 2 or the Neo or any other kind of crazy drone, and you build your own stuff, then this has gyro flow. So that's pretty cool. This tiny little thing that I have on here can be stuck on a drone, and you can get raw data from it, so you can use gyro flow. For the price it is, I gotta tell you, absolutely fantastic camera. Would I pick it over the DJI Action 5? Very possibly, because I love the form factor. I just need like a macro lens. Macro lens would be cool. I know the Action 2 has a macro lens. I have one for it. A macro lens on this would be fantastic. And last but not least, I would like to state that this does have a micro SD card slot in the actual Vision dock, the little screen at the bottom. So not only do you get 128 gigabytes, but if you do by chance forget your memory card, then you've got 128 gigabytes to roll on, which is more than enough for most people.